Big show. All my buddies are here. We
Is that what
Dennis...
you're wearing? Hey, unbelievable.
All my friends are here. We got Norm, Kevin, Dennis Miller.
We're all your rowdy friends.
All my rowdy friends are coming over today.
Hey, Dennis. My wife and I just got home from the big show at the WinStar Casino. We flew from Atlanta to Dallas, then drove up there, and we'd do it again. You were right. It was an amazing night by you three. I can't imagine a better crowd for you guys. I know you say coffee's for closers. Well, you must have had a big pot full. You were the perfect choice to close it out. You couldn't have done better if you wore a red hat. And except for the ladies' endless questions about Norm's pecker, the Q&A was a nice touch at the end of the show. I'll also have to make a special trip back there. That video story you noticed coming in, I understand that after Debbie did Dallas, there's some collector tapes of her in Thackerville. Want one?
Well, first off, it was Wackerville. Secondly, I was just amazed as I was driving in on the freeway. Right next to the casino, there was a DVD porn store. Just, who's still doing Dick and Mortar at this point? You can literally, they're building keyboards now with a hole for your penis in between the FDSA and the JKL semi, so you can whack and not get thrown off balance-wise. Yeah, you put a little yoke on your penis, and it fits. It's like a rubber. You ever see when doors seal during a shipwreck?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, well, you get your penis in there, and there's like a seal, and, it's airtight, and you work, well, at that point, the makers of the keyboard with the penis hole in between the FDSA and the JKL semi and encourage you to call it a flesh toggle. I haven't gone that far, and I don't care if it will get me some money off on my next purchase. But your wiener goes right up through there, and you masturbate, and there's an equilibrium to your self-pleasuring that you don't often find because, you're either right-handed or left-handed, or you're on Jeremy, and that's a whole different thing. Anyway, what's the next one?
Well, no, I just wanted to see what you could share.
That guy was sweet. Thank you, my friend.
About the big show with Spade and, of course, Norm MacDonald.
Well, I am telling you, the 3-hour flight in and the 3.5-hour flight back, and Spade had chartered a plane because he has a show right now. And he handed off to whoever's working. And he called me and said, "Do you have anything?" I said, "Yeah, I can get us there in Fred McMurray's car from Son of Flubber if you want to go." And he said, I'll get an adult jet." But we flew in together, and that's about as hard as I've ever laughed. My back hurt when I got off. Norm's genius. I mean, really, and Spade's brilliant too, but in a much more accessible manner. Norm's like you're out with, Archimedes if he worked Grossingers or something. God, he was funny. And dark. And, I can't, here, I'll be honest with you. I can't say almost anything that was said because it was so crazy.
Yeah, you told me just a couple things, and you definitely can't say those.
And candid. Whew. And the show itself was good, although I do remember Norm getting into it with some long penis discussion with a woman where I mentally went away for a while. It was the first question. To open it up, some woman comes up, looks like, Andy Griffith's girlfriend. And right away she's into talking about Norm's penis, and he's more than happy to go with that. Norm, but he's the... It's like a cock encounter group or something. Pass it around. So anyway, Spade and I are just sitting there clumsily for around 10 minutes, and, then Norm's into another story about the time his penis was in a road film with Bob Hope. And at that point, we just gave up. But Spade's funny in the middle. Jesus, he's funny. And he's horny, and he's just, it's like... It's like you're reading Gulliver, but they've everybody's on a EDD drip or something. It's like little Lilliputians crawling up your knee. Hey, let's rock. So anyway, it was a great trip, great time. Good to see the boys, but I don't think we'll be going out again because Norm's too hard to nail down. Yeah. And Spudley, like I said, is flush right now. He's got that show for now. How's the show doing?
I think the show's doing well, and let's remind people it's called Lights Out. It's on Comedy Central, I think at 11:30 Monday through Thursday.
I guess he's busy right now, so I won't bug him, but we should probably see if he'll come on sometime. But
Yeah,
don't do it right now. Give him a couple months. He's got other shit on his mind, and I'll make him feel guilty because we're friends, but I can't do that. Or
We're trying to get he and Norm on together because we had thought about doing something there at the casino, but there were too many moving parts, so that did not happen.
Norm invented, that was the first time this country has ever heard, here's the fake news.
That's right.
I mean,
right?
That's such a big phrase now, but I think you opened the news, which used to kill me, and you never get credit for it. But Norm invented the word, the phrase fake news.
Was this, it's a little Paul Newman going on down there, right?
Mm-hmm. You were
more
handsome.
like, yeah, you were handsome.
Huh?
What the f happened? Anyway, no, I did Weekend
Have
Update.
you seen Paul Newman lately?
You do look better.
Welcome to Norm MacDonald Live, episode number 2. And tonight we have the great Tom Green on the show. We will be asking him questions, interviewing him. I will be interviewing him along with my trusty sidekick, Adam Egret.
It's Egret.
Egret.
Yeah, no,
He's
yeah.
right.
I had a little guy on my show that I found in the
A little
Royal York.
person.
A little person.
Should explain to the folks.
And he was an alcoholic. And he
Like Adam
we
Egret.
put him up. Yeah, we put him up at the
Egret.
Royal.
Okay, we're back with Adam Egret and
Egret.
Egret, rather. Here, pray.
I'm Adam.
Whatever. Well, that name's a name. Jesus Christ, it gets fucking.
You knew what he meant.
A new study shows dogs can tell when people are doling out fake praise. So I guess that's the one thing that differentiates my dog from Adam Idget. Who's Adam Idget? Oh.
Just a funny name. we
Oh,
thought
just a
of.
funny name? Okay, all right.
Adam Idget is him.
Oh, I didn't know that's your last
His
name.
name is Adam Egget.
Egget.
So,
I had no idea you were Adam
be
Egget.
nice to
I
him.
forget sometimes.
Okay. I'm not saying that your trusty sidekick, Adam Egget, is dumb, but on his contract where it said sign here, he wrote Capricorn. To a letterman.
That's so dumb. What's an octoroon?
Well, I don't know. It seems to me some.
Eighth of a black guy? Is that what you're going to say?
Isn't it an octoroon, Andy?
It is
No,
an eighth of a black guy. Who is Andy? You were just,
Who is Andy?
you just said Andy.
I was thinking of Andy Kindler, my good friend.
Because you're
I
pointing
thought he
at-
was here.
No,
It seemed
it's
almost like it was
Adam.
point. Yeah,
Adam.
that's
Well,
fine.
Andy and Adam,
No, it's
that's
fine.
great.
It sounds close. Adam
Yeah,
Sandler,
it's
Andy
close enough.
Sandberg.
You a boy.
You know what I mean?
Adam.
Yeah.
How could I forget that? Adam.
We're
Is it?
going to have Adam Egget do a joke.
Oh, good. And it's Adam, not Andy.
No, I know. I'm trying.
You don't hear any more about.
In the camera.
Oh, sorry. You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye. Who is stonewalling this investigation? I'm thinking about a year I would work on my delivery.
You don't hear any more about Bob Costas' infected eye? Who's stonewalling this investigation?
He's a consummate amateur.
Neil Patrick Harris posed nude for the cover of Rolling Stone except for a hat hanging off his wiener. And this morning, Adam Egget. Oh, is that your name? Fucking change it. And this morning, Adam woke up and said, "Hey, where's my hat?"
Sorry, Patrick Harris' cock.
It's on his dick. Go get it.
I bet Patrick Harris fucking shoved his cock deep up his asshole. Huh? Adam Egret, who is, by the way, I'll just remind you, he's over here. That's him. Yeah. a joke, an Adam Egget joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egget.
Egget. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret.
Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egget has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay. Come on now. Come on now.
Which brings us to two notable comedians and two friends of Gilbert's. And Gilbert, you might have to do the driving on this one. Let's start with the late, great Norm.
Yeah, I remember doing Norm's podcast, and as always, it turned with any of my comic friends who would turn like deranged. Mm-hmm. And he was very funny with that. He'd always talk with like a sneer, It's like and I remember right after I put that photo up a few times. It's one of my favorite photos. Afterwards, after doing Norm's show, Norm and I joined Jeff Ross and, of course, Bob Saget.
Yeah.
And I remember that being a night of just nonstop laughs.
You could tell even from the still photo that you guys were ripping it up.
Yeah, it was just so much fun.
Truly original. I never met him. It's funny. I'm in comedy a long time, and I know a million comedians, and I've gotten to work with a million comedians, and for some reason our paths never crossed. And we wanted to get him on this show, Gil, as you know.
Yes.
And he was Norm. So he was strangely strangely hard to pin down, or non-committal, or could do it and then couldn't do it, and.
I can't. I don't really know. I know I'm working.
One of the truly great comic minds, though, and his last appearance on Letterman, where he got so emotional, and in ways it sounds corny. I felt I knew him through his work, and obviously a lot of mutual friends. That Letterman appearance, really.
Gil, your appearance on his podcast, that whole podcast was so good. It was, and so funny.
Yeah, let's not diminish that, Gilbert. It made history, your appearance, and also the Einstein episode.
Yeah.
With Norm.
Yeah, I remember when I was on Norm's podcast. Afterwards, I just felt like I ran a marathon. It was just got crazier and crazier.
Netflix owns that show now, and they're not available to the public, unfortunately, and they're sitting on them. Hopefully one day it would be great if that podcast was re-released, because
there's that Bob Einstein episode is also legend.
Yep.
What can you say about the guy? I mean, a really rare, truly original comic voice.
Really,
and I love
such
Kurt
a
Ferguson
loss.
more than life itself.
By the way, Norm's book, based on a true story, not a memoir, which is so funny. Mm-hmm. The audio book, he narrates it. So if you miss Norm and you've never heard him reading his book, it's brilliant.
Now I got to get it. Yeah, I regret never meeting the man. And Gilbert, I'm glad you had such wonderful times with him.
Yes, he was a lot of fun.
It's a big loss. It's a loss for this
podcast,
just
like a total smartass.
Yeah, I wish our paths had crossed.
You say there's no way we could go back, and that I've broken what we had. I wish that you would come around.
So let's move on to Bob. Last but not least, which was a blow and not expected. And I will say that I had just reached out to Bob. We just recorded our 400th episode a couple of days ago, Gilbert and I reached out to Bob and I said, will you come and do this with us? And he said, I think I'm on a plane that night. And we were going back and forth and trying to arrange something. And then I sent him the link, which has been shared online. I sent him the link to Don Rickles' estate auction. Did you see that?
Oh yeah,
They
I
posted
bid on a couple things.
You bid on a couple of things,
and I got none of them.
Bob's face was on a couple of items that like there was pictures of them together and a poster or something. And I said, "Hey, you might want to bid on some of these things." And he wrote me back and he said that this just makes me sad, actually. And he said, "But life goes on." And I had said to my wife, "I have to call Bob. I have to text Bob. We moved the date of the 400th episode," and I got a phone call from my sister-in-law probably 20 minutes later telling me she just heard that he was gone. It was very shocking, and still is.
And so I had just spoken to Bob like a few days before he died. And we were on the phone, and as always, the minute anything turned at all sincere or serious, we turn it to just complete filth and make it reverse, and it was always fun. And it was like, I always remember, like, when the Aristocrats came out, people were saying, "Can you believe Bob Saget talks like that?" And to people who knew him, they said, we couldn't believe he could speak any other way.
It wasn't Danny Tanner.
No.
I didn't know him that well. I certainly didn't know him well as Gilbert, but but that was part of him. But there was such a gentleness to the guy.
Yes.
Too. I mean, his humor was so edgy and so dark and it could be so scatological, as you'll hear because we're rerunning the second episode that we did with him. But he didn't want to injure. He didn't want to hurt anybody. He was very, very, very sensitive guy. Did he always tell you that he loved you before he hung up the phone, Gilbert?
Yes.
As Dara shared with me, there was a real kindness to him that you couldn't miss.
And I remember I got a call from Jeff Ross who said, "Oh, sad news, Bob Saget died." And I swear, I thought, "Oh, this is going to be a funny, sick joke." And I said, "Oh, okay." And I was waiting for the punchline. And then he said, "No, seriously, he died." And I still have a hard time grasping that.
It's a gut punch. It really is. You Gilbert you made the rounds. You went on CNN. You went on television. You said some lovely things about him. But it's 65. I mean, it's too young. It's too big a loss for.
And it seemed like he was another one starting out again. Like he did a live show.
Yeah.
And he was really excited to be getting back to live performing. And
going back to the second podcast with him, and he started that podcast, Bob Saget's Here For You. And it did seem like he was entering another phase of his career and another phase of his life. It seemed like he was more wistful and trying more to be of service. I mean, he was, that's why he was pleasant to be around. There really was no show business at all to the guy.
Yeah.
And he struck me, again, didn't know him well, but he struck me as also having a sadness about him. Do you think that, Gil, did you feel that?
Yeah.
A depth and a sadness about him.
And he also, he had two sisters who died.
Yeah, that's right.
One from scleroderma, which was a charity he did loads of work for.
Yes, to his credit.
And see, there's another thing that shows that what I've always said about comedy and tragedy. He made, I remember being with him a few times where he made jokes about his sister. Really deranged stuff. But then you see, he loved his sister.
Of course.
And his family was totally traumatized by it. But he could just be completely sick. I think if you could communicate with the dead and get in touch with Bob Saget, he would make completely bad taste jokes about his own death. He was that kind. He would just really
staying true to his art to the end.
Yes.
to the bitter end. It's a big loss for us personally, for Gilbert and Jeff and Stamos and obviously a lot of his friends and fans.
And I put up a photo too. I was on the beach with Jeff, and we're holding up a phone, and on the phone is Bob Saget, because we was sitting on the beach and said, "Hey, let's call Bob."
I saw the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not much else we can add. Rest in peace, Bob.
Interesting story, I say, this week is that right on Rikers Island, they banned like 2 months ago. They banned pornography, any porno magazines from the prison, you know, because I don't know why they did it, but they had a compromise. They're allowing one porno magazine.
Only one. Huh?
Only one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the porno magazine that they're putting in is Hairy Guy's Ass Illustrated.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, if you're going to only allow one, I would think that's the one, you know, probably.
It's a good magazine, though.
It is a good, you know.
It's not. It's not all just pictures of Hairy Guy's ass.
The articles are good, actually.
Yeah. I just read it for Hairy Guy's ass.
Well, see, that's you, Andy. Just people are all different.
He was telling me before the show last week he went to the Hairy Guy's ass mansion.
It was great. Why didn't you? Andy has all the fun. He gets to all the big celebrity parties.
Right. Him and Jimmy Kahn.
What we want to know is, are you a brother or a sister?
Well, I'm an only child.
There's a word for what you are.
Charismatic?
So what the hell are you? A man or a woman?
Farley, that night is the first night I ever met Farley. It was your first night on the show.
We all sat around and watched you when we were cheering you on, buddy.
And Farley, he took me. He never met me before in his life, you know. He took me back. He said, "I got to tell you a secret about SNL."
Oh, yeah.
Took me all the way to the back and
like the woods. This is the woods.
No, within the.
Okay, the hotel, right?
In the hotel, and he secreted me into this room, and he locked it, and he made sure it wasn't bugged and everything. He said, "I got a secret to tell you." I was very, honored to have this. And then his secret was, he said, "This doesn't go past these walls. Pat is a woman."
Tell me your history with Norm.
Well,
Did you guys date?
No, not date.
Oh.
He
good for you, by the way.
He was mean to me in a terrible way. When his first show on SNL, there was a sketch, and they wanted to change something, and I didn't want to change it to that line. And he came up to me in the makeup chair and said, "Your problem is you're not funny. You're just not funny." He said that to me. I'd been on the show for 4 years. He was just started it. I think it was his first week. Okay, there's a better part of the story. So then, of course, I didn't like him.
Norman can be rough.
I really didn't like him. And then I was about to leave the show anyway. It was like just one more reason to get the hell out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And but I was very, very good friends with Laurie Jo Hoekstra, who he was always,
right.
very much.
They're friends for years. I don't even know if is that the woman in his life, or is she?
I don't actually even
She's
know.
his handler,
Lojo,
as he refers to her.
Lojo.
And she's been with him for
for a million years,
since back then at SNL in like '93.
Yes,
yeah.
and I always loved Laurie Jo, and it was a very tumultuous friendship then, and I just really didn't like him, and then I left the show, and I just really didn't watch anything for years. But some people would talk about how funny he was, and I would see him occasionally, and I had a bias, obviously, because I had this traumatic thing. Then at the 40th reunion, Norm came up to me and he said, "I just have to apologize to you. That was a terrible thing to do. I can't believe I did that terrible thing." And I said, "Oh," and then that meant a lot to me. And then after that, I could watch Norm stuff, and I realized he's hysterical.
Yeah.
Okay, so it was like I was able to emotionally let it in how great and funny he is.
That's an interesting comment on there is some gateway to your sense of humor that goes through personal
I know,
feelings.
that's embarrassing because it's very
No,
narcissistic.
but that's everybody, though.
I mean, like...
Christ, I can't tell you how people just hate my humor now, and I think, oh, that's a pretty good joke. And I try to figure it out, like, sometimes, where somebody will over-like a joke, and somebody will under-like a joke, and I'll see the finer gradation that was a decent joke. It probably should have hit right in here. And I could see, I said, oh, I see. It really isn't an involuntary gesture. There is some price of admission to get through to really convulse somebody.
Yeah,
and it's
that's
about
true.
their biases towards you.
Yes, it's true.
Well, I'm glad Norm came around because that seemed like a particularly... He was probably scared shitless, too. Everybody was a little scared over there.
Yeah,
and,
exactly. No, I mean, I'm sure I've had moments there as well.
Take me on a journey. Take me far away from this life. I'd leave it in a hurry. Let's run away before morning light. You got me.
I don't know if you know this, but I used to tour with Norm MacDonald for 7 years. Yeah. And so like he was like my best friend. So like whenever I have like auditions and stuff, he used to say, "Oh, just don't bother acting because there's a good chance you won't get it anyway." And those are the ones that I usually got it. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I have to hide my self view because if I'm on camera, I look at myself, which is weird. Okay.
Oh, by the way, I don't promote the video.
Oh, okay, no, that's okay. Do whatever you want with it. But I'm just saying, for me, I become distracted by myself.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Norm.
I saw your tweet, and I wanted you to know that he loved you very much because when I was
that meant a lot to me. That's what made me do it. I'm not doing interviews really, but it happened right away when he got on the show, and we only overlapped by a few months. Yeah. And so he was young and new, and I was jaded and had one foot out the door. So we both kind of we're in a weird place, to be maybe not at our best, but he had come up and yelled at me about a sketch that he wrote, and it was in, but then it got traded out for a sketch of mine or something, which happens all the time, and he would certainly learn that, but at that moment he didn't. And I was in the makeup chair, and he came and started yelling at me about it, which it wasn't even my responsibility I was not in charge of that.
Right.
And then and I think I was saying that, and I was kind of shocked because he, I felt like I was a senior statesman, like I'd been there 4 years, and he just had arrived on the scene, and he was yelling at me about something I had nothing to do with. And then he started saying how unfunny I was not funny, blah, blah, blah. And that was really rude. And it was in the makeup trailer with a bunch of people anyway, which I don't really care, but it didn't get us off on the best foot.
Yeah.
But then, as I said, and then, when I left SNL, I didn't watch the show at all. Like I was so sick of anything sketch related. I really didn't watch it for years. So I missed his genius, like I didn't know. I would hear about him. I mean, I wasn't in an igloo, but I didn't, because we'd had that weird thing. But Lori Joe, I was in contact with,
Lojo. I love Lojo.
Yeah. And I suspect it was her that made him, come around maybe, or rethink it. Or maybe he didn't, maybe he rethought it 1 week later. I have no idea. I don't know. But I just know that it wasn't for years later that I see the sketches of him and realize what a real comic genius he was. I mean, really. I mean, just so good. And like going to the reunions, I realized that he was so good. Like, I'm so out of it. I'm like, somebody's old aunt who's like, "What's up with the kids now?" And so then I was like, "Oh, he really is good," and I actually didn't hold it against him. I feel even bad saying it, but then The only reason I put that tweet out there is because I thought it was so big of him to come to me and say, I think I said something to you that was mean, when we first met, and I'm so sorry, and I think you're great. And it was just not that many people do that, that showed such wonderful character, and it just made me love him, and so, but then some people got mad at me for tweeting that. I really meant it positively.
I took it positively.
Everyone has a bad moment, and what I was trying to show is that he reflected on it and made an apology that was genuine and sincere and accepted on both sides. So it's that's not a common thing to happen. And he did that. So I was trying to be positive about it, but some people were like, not the time and place and stuff like that. And anyway, ugh.
I remember when I told him I was going to interview you 3 years ago, and he's like, oh my God, that's going to be awesome. I can't wait to listen to it. And I was like, yeah. And he's like, I only did one movie and she played my mom.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He said that you played his mom on Dirty Work or something.
Oh, I've done so many of those parts.
And I watched it and I didn't see you. So I don't know if he was screwing with me, but
I'm pretty sure I'm not in that. Although I've been cast as the mom so often, and it's yeah, he's probably mixing me up with someone, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but I just thought it was funny because he said nothing but good things about you. So I just wanted.
Okay, that's good. Maybe he actually totally thought of me as someone else, but yeah. But you must miss him so much.
Yeah, it was.
Did you know? Was he getting sicker and sicker around you, or?
Well, I found out he had cancer in December, and there was only a handful of people who knew, and he kind of made me say I can't tell anyone or whatever, but he also told me that it was a different type of cancer from what came out that he had. So I don't know. I feel kind of privileged that I knew, but also kind of hurt because it wasn't what he told me. You know what I mean?
But maybe he told you the truth.
No, yeah, he told me he had colon cancer, and when he died,
he just didn't want. Yeah. What did I don't even know. I just knew he had cancer. What did they say it was?
It was leukemia cancer. So I don't know.
If you have something like colon cancer, I think it can get into the lymph system and become a lymphoma. I don't, a lot of times in late stage cancers, there's overlapping cancers, but usually you name your cancer after the first one you have. So it would be colon, but he probably just thought people would make jokes about it.
Yeah. I just know nothing about cancer, and it sucks because I was born in July. It's a birthday joke.
Okay, that was a good one. It took me a moment.
Oh, thank you so much. It's so good to hear you laugh.
This roast was happening not even 3 weeks after September 11th, so there was a big discussion about what was right in terms of taste.
There hadn't been any comedy in New York. It was very fresh.
It was about a week after September 11th. This was September 11th, 1968, so I don't know what the big deal was. But no, I went up and I said, well, I can't stay late tonight. I have to catch a flight to LA. I couldn't get a direct flight. We have to make a stop at the Empire State Building. Oh, you're back.
I have to catch a flight to California. I can't get a direct flight. They said they have to stop at the Empire State Building first.
Here comes Gilbert, and he just went for broke. It was, it was unbelievable.
Gilbert Gottfried took the mic, took the room over.
He said he was trying to get a direct flight to Los Angeles.
He was nervous because his plane had a connection on the way home at the Empire State Building.
That was when the crowd turned. They started booing him. There was a guy in the audience shouting, "Too soon, too soon." The crowd was murmuring.
Somebody yelled too soon, and Gilbert, in his awkward way, sort of vamped for a second, holding onto the podium, hoping it was a time machine that he could just go back 2 minutes.
One guy yelled out too soon, which I thought meant I didn't take a long enough pause between the setup and the punchline. You know, I'm old enough to remember back to simpler, more innocent times when the worst thing you'd hear about the news was hijacked jetliners flying into buildings.
Oh, now, Gilbert, you're going to get into trouble again. I wanted to talk about the crocodile hunter. Did you? Because I think...
you're going to make him sad.
Because I think, you know, it was tragic at the time. But I think... I don't know. People call me, man, they're shocked. Oh, hey, you wouldn't believe it. Who got killed? The crocodile hunter.
Please don't make me laugh at this.
They were like, he was 44 years old. I'm like, that's a ripe old age for a crocodile hunter.
That's not...
And you know who had to be pissed about it were the crocodiles, because he got killed by some fruity fish. And so you know the crocodiles were like, hey man, that crocodile hunter got killed. Who did it, Frank? Nah, you don't even want to know, man.
Please don't do this anymore.
No, Bill, man, you had a chance once. The guy go, man, I had a chance. I had that mother. He was Tommy with a stick. I could have eat him and his kid.
I don't feel good about this.
You remember I ever tell you that story, Bill? Yeah, only 1,000 times. Yeah, I'm not bringing up the fucking tsunamis. No, but how much money did you lose on that?
A lot more than we lost with the man grave.
The Aflac duck.
Yes.
Did you lose a lot of money?
No.
In future...
No. It was $5 a commercial.
That's more than we got for the man grave.
I bet that was a lot of fucking money. Because it was set, right? You didn't have...
I want to return this duck.
Why?
It's very annoying. It just says the same thing over and over again. Go ahead, say it. Say it. Just once, say it. What?
Would you go in and just do a whole year's in one?
No, they'd have me come in each time to do new ones.
Oh, they would.
And then they wound up firing me, getting a new guy to imitate my voice for less money, thus bringing closure to a horrible tragedy.
So there was a tsunami in Japan. You might have heard about it. Now, at the time, do you realize that Aflac does 75% of their business in Japan?
I found that out soon enough. Oh, yeah.
You think they could have told you that?
I done found that out.
So the Twitter account, @RealGilbert, oh, believe me, he makes it clear, too. Oh, it's real. Not even Joe Schmo. I'm going to have fun on this. It's me, Real Gilbert. He writes, okay. Japan is really advanced. They don't go to the beach comes to them. What do the Japanese have in common with Howard Stern? They're both radioactive. What does every Japanese person have in their apartment? Floodlights. I just split up with my girlfriend, but like the Japanese say, there'll be another one floating by any minute now. I do remember he was tweeting so much, my lights started dimming. Yeah.
See, but you notice when you were reading the tsunami jokes, everybody here was laughing.
Yes, that's true.
And see, that's the thing.
That's what matters. You know what else?
Right.
None of us were getting $1 million.
Yeah.
And also, we waited a good 48 hours after.
Oh, yes. Well, that always got me when they say too soon.
Why is it okay later?
Yeah, because it's like, you can make a joke about the Titanic now.
Right.
And it's like, I'm thinking, so if you make a joke about the Titanic now and you're a good person, because you didn't do it back then you're saying, okay, I waited, fuck those people who died on the Titanic.
Too soon.
Well, at least you can't blame this on the Jews. It was an iceberg. not a Goldberg or a Silverberg.
Too soon.
Lincoln was a great thinker. I wonder what the last thing to go through his head was.
Ooh.
You know what the last thing was that Jackie Kennedy said to John? It's a nice day. Why don't we ride with the top down?
Too soon.
This is the worst motorcycle race I've ever been to.
Do you have a rule? The rule, some people say it's like, tragedy plus time. Like, what's your time limit? When do you want to...
No, I like to do it right away.
So in your mind, Kelly, is there anything off limits in comedy?
No.
There's nothing.
If you were to drop dead right now,
You'd make a joke.
I'd turn to the camera, I'd have an hour on it.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Hi, honey. Yeah, I just got it. It's terrific. It looks like some kind of a bird in a tree. Oh, you don't say, a partridge, huh? Well, it's great. Well, of course it was a surprise, honey. I was expecting a hat. Well, you know I have been dropping some broad hints about maybe getting a hat. Oh, no, this is much better. It's like two gifts in one. I mean, I get the partridge, and I get a tree.
We now return to 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, as read by Norm MacDonald.
'Twas the night before Christmas. Wait, 'twas? What's 'twas? Is that short for it was? What kind of rush are you in, man? You can't just say it was. Oh, you saved a lot of time there, fella. Oh, don't come at me with that it was stuff. I got things to do. Got to get down to the donut shop. 2 days ago, I was at the donut shop, and I said, hey, donut guy, you got anything warm back there? He says, try the fritters. They were. They were? What does that even mean? They were. You must mean twere. The fritters twere warm. What's that? We're out of time. Oh. I'm fired. Hey, you know O.J. Simpson is a wife-beating murderer, right? Oh, right. Was. 'Twas!
Connected to our senses. Found a way to let you in.
Well, good evening, Mr. President, Mrs. First Lady, and the distinguished members of the radio and television correspondents' dinner. When I accepted the honor of performing here tonight, one thought crossed my mind, and that was, please, God, don't let me bomb in front of the president. Anyways, the dinner was great. You enjoyed the dinner? We had some salmon. Yeah, it was delicious. It was great, and I thought it was refreshing to see Democrats serve something other than subpoenas for a change. I thought that was nice, I'll be doing some jokes later. I just thought I'd. As Mr. Harledge knows, of course, TV has become a very tough game. You got to stay competitive, As we all know, ABC's Good Morning America is in a little turmoil, a little trouble, a little rating trouble. And they're considering a lot of ways now, to boost the ratings. And I don't know, I think they're getting a little desperate. I heard that next week Charles Gibson will announce he's a lesbian. I mean, is that going to help anything? Nobody wants to hear that. And also today I took a visit to the White House. For any of you who haven't taken a visit to the White House, unbelievable. So, awe-inspiring and, a lot of rich in history, so beautiful, Although I did notice a kind of an odd sign on the president's desk. It said, the yen stops here. Have you seen it? What the hell does that mean? The yen? I thought it was the buck stops here, I'd always heard. You got to hand it to the president. His injury is not holding him back from doing the business of the nation, in fact, he just nominated Major General Claudia Kennedy as the Army's first female three-star general. And I think that's great, She's doing a great job. Apparently, the only thing she's having trouble with, she's having difficulty figuring out how to sexually harass herself. She doesn't know how to... What's that? Guy yells my name for no reason.
Let me ask you something. Now, I knew you when you started here in L.A., but you're from Canada.
Yeah.
You started in Canada. I did some gigs in Canada, and it's a little different, isn't it?
It's kind of rough there because they got like a lot of people that like hate me.
Oh, well, that could be a disadvantage.
That's rough going in. But so, it was all like, you go to these crazy places like Medicine Hat or Red Deer.
Yeah.
Or I played one place, Head Smashed In, Buffalo Jump. It was a crazy place.
Yeah.
And you know how I got his name? It was a guy, in the old days, the buffalo used to run and open in the plains. It was beautiful, you know, way back in the 70s. And they would run. And so the way they'd catch him is, Jay, they'd dig a hole with a shovel.
Right. Dig a hole. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
And then they dig the hole with the shovel, and then the buffalo, they're dumb animals. They just run, you know, and run, and then fall into the hole, right? So one time this Indian dude, a brave, you know, he was digging the hole, and he didn't hear all the buffaloes were already running. And then all the buffaloes fell on his head and smashed it in. So then they called the town Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump. It's a very unwieldy name.
Really? We've got one.
Do you think the LGBT community, first of all, do you even know what it stands for?
Yeah.
What is that for?
Lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender.
Is it? I don't know if you're right. But
I mean, you can make up whatever acronyms you want.
Well, you got a computer, you can look it up.
I'm not going to look up what LGBT means.
Well, somebody
I know what
can tell
LGBT
us
means.
I don't think that's what it means. Because B, I mean, all B's are G.
All bisexuals are gay?
Well, yeah. Obviously, right?
Well, they have gay components they can be attracted
all
to.
All B's are G. All L's are B. I'm sorry.
Well, you're saying all bisexuals are gay and lesbian.
I'm trying to do some syllogisms. No. I'm saying, do you think any of them go, I wonder if those... Do you ever think at the meetings they go, could I, because, in their community, the LGBT community, I don't know where it exists, where they have their headquarters, but do you ever think the L's, the G's, and the B's go, I have an idea. The T's, I think it's LGB sounds good. And then somebody else would go, somebody with a hat that looked like Carmen Miranda's would go, no, I like LGBT. And then the other person, you're going to get a lot of trouble for this segment.
I'm not.
What?
I'm not.
I love everybody. You know what I mean? Without love, what do we got? I don't care if a guy's a guy, a girl, a guy, girl. I couldn't care less. I love them all.
What do you make of...
I'll have sex with any of them.
So you're the B?
Huh?
You're the B.
No, I'm a person that is so tolerant that I would have sex with an L, a G, a B, or a T. Isn't that nice? But I would not have sex with a straight person.
Do we have one more question from Scott? Scott, jump back in and you can wrap us up.
You asked me
here.
about my podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, Periscope did.
Yeah,
Is
Periscope.
it coming back?
Yeah, the problem with my podcast, I only get guests that are interesting, unlike you. You have to just, whoever they throw in here, you have to.
Yeah, but you're good. You're interesting.
I'm all right. If we could start it all over, I would,
What would you start with?
First of all, I just start with how much I love Caitlyn Jenner and how courageous I think she is. And all transgenders, are courageous, except the ones that are serial killers. I don't care for them. I'm torn, actually, with the because I love the part of them that is transgender so much. There's only been 2 in the history of the world,
Transgender people or transgender serial killers?
Transgender serial killers. Ed Gein, and there was another fellow. Lady. And so I'm torn because the transgender part of them I love so much, and the serial killer part of them I mean, I don't care for that. You know, I mean, let me just go out on a limb here and say, I am against psychosexual sadists who slay people.
But it's a difficult balance because, on the other hand,
I love transgenders so much.
Yeah,
I love them.
Well,
you know, if I could have sex with a transgender every day for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy man.
As long as they're not straight.
Yeah, I don't want no straight people. I don't like straight people.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Norm,
everybody but straight people.
Everybody but straight people.
Straight people, I got no use for. Now, you're a good man.
I got to kick you out.
All right, baby.
Otherwise, your publicist.
I love you, man.
I love you too, Norm.
It was really nice. I mean, I don't love you in that way.
Well,
unless
I'm not straight.
Yeah.
Much more coming up, Norm.
Are you?
Watch this space.
All right.
It's been a while, and I still like the way you look at me. I keep loving
Baby thing.
Oh yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
you know,
thanks.
it's I really have to give it to that guy that's the father. You know, Carlos.
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Yeah. That's great.
You know what I always admire about you, Norm? You like to set the tone right away. You like to come out and sort of set the table for everybody and say, this is what we'll be doing.
This guy was telling me all kinds of stuff. He told me that, he said, I don't know if you know this. This is an interesting thing. He told me, did you know that elephants do not really have a good memory?
I didn't know that. Is that true?
Well, that's what this guy said. And then,
well, then it must be true.
He also said that on, you know that show Star Trek?
Yeah.
He said the actual name of the starship was not the Star Trek. It was the Enterprise.
These are gems for people at home. I hope they're writing them down.
I like that Madonna's baby thing.
Oh, yeah.
Funny.
Oh,
you know, it's, I really have to give it to that guy that's the father, you know, Carlos...
Leon.
Carlos Leon.
Or Carlos Leon, I forget which one.
Because you got to have a lot of guts. That means he had sex with Madonna without a condom. Yeah. That's great.
Oh.
So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Before the show, you said that stunk.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
I did. They showed me a sheet of some stuff Norm might talk about. We all know these are completely spontaneous. And I picked that one out. I circled it and said, that ain't going to work. I know this crowd.
You're right.
Yeah, I'm your friend. I'm looking out for you. But you got other ones that I thought were terrific.
Yeah, I didn't like them that much. But it was very thrilling. The big thing was he forced them to do this. The big problem that Clinton has is this thing where he's going to pardon the McDougalls.
He may or may not pardon him. Yeah, people don't know. The Whitewater people, we call them here at the show.
And he said today, he was on the Good Morning America show, Clinton, and he said that he says he may pardon the McDougalls if they're, if they go to jail, he may pardon them. And then they asked him, they said, what about Hillary if she is, because she's also a co-conspirator.
Yeah, if she gets sent away.
If she gets sent away, will he pardon her? And Clinton said, you do the time, you do the crime, you do the time, he said.
That was so sweet, you moved into three-point range and up and at the last second fouled. All right.
I don't know about politics. All I know is yesterday it was windy.
Now, you see, to me...
You know that, right?
To me, Norm, This sounds like a topic you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah, exactly.
It was windy.
This is what the people really care about. Yesterday in New York, you guys know how windy it was, right? I'll tell you, it was so windy. I was walking down the street. I seen a robin. You know them robins?
Yeah.
He was pulling like a worm out of the ground.
Yeah.
Got whiplash. But I never saw anything like it. You know robins pull worms out of the ground? No, I've never seen a robin.
Your mind's always going.
I'm always thinking about the jokes from the paper, you know, so I can come on, especially when I come on your show, you know?
Sure.
You know how I come on your show and I always try to have some jokes from the newspaper?
Sort of like now, yeah.
Yeah. So here's the joke I got.
Yeah.
Y'all know about this woman, right, from Denmark that left her baby out in the street?
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, folks? Yeah. I don't like it either. I don't think that's right.
Yeah. Good joke.
Oh, no.
You know,
that was the premise I was stating.
Uptake would be so easy for you. It would be such a great gig if that's all you did.
That's all I
What do you
did.
think about that, Boo? Yeah, all right. And in another story, President Clinton hurt his knee. What do you think? Oh, too bad. Yeah, okay.
No, the point of it is this. I have a joke about it.
Okay.
Because they got reunited today.
Oh.
It was in the newspaper, in the New York Post and the New York Daily News. And so I was thinking, now they're flying back to Denmark, and this crazy woman puts the baby out on the wing. Can I try an Adam Carolla impression?
Yes.
Yes.
Let me try.
Do whatever you want.
I don't know if I can do it, but give me a subject I can rant about.
Dancing with the Stars.
People that recycle or people that smoke
Let
cigars.
me tell you something about.
Is that what you said?
What is it? He's almost like Andy Rooney.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something first of all about people that recycle. If you're 21 and you're still thinking you should be recycling, maybe it's time for a different sort of, right?
Well, he'll have an opinion on the weirdest things, like crushed ice or the cubed ice. Yeah. Go ahead, Adam.
The what? The crushed ice or the cubed ice?
Yeah.
Well, the crushed ice guy is always the guy that's hanging around the island in the...
Like, how could somebody...
He wants the crushed ice.
Right. He'll all of a sudden have 30 minutes on crushed ice. It's something about it angers him. I'm not even making fun of him for
The
it.
square ice is more like you get a tumbler, you put your ice in, and you're drinking.
And the crushed ice?
That's it's almost like Andy
ice
Rooney.
is like
It's almost like Andy Rooney improving.
Crushed ice.
And by the way, I don't know if you've seen Andy Rooney lately, but that guy with those kind of eyebrows should not be giving advice to anybody. I mean, that's
every
like
Sunday we go through this.
It's like if
I agree.
I like my favorite thing about Andy Rooney is he uses way too many examples.
Give me an example.
Can you give us an example,
he's like,
please? Yes.
there's a lot of cotton now. And medication. Here's a bottle of an antipsychotic I take, mostly cotton. Here's another bottle of pills, something called Aleve. Let's open it up here. Mostly cotton. About 13 pills.
Most people here would stop, but Andy, keep going. Keep going. You have to commit. Come on.
Here's something called Tylenol. Another one called Advil. I've got 35 of them. Here's the cotton. Here's the pills. You know.
I can let him keep going. If he can keep thinking of things.
One time he goes, we always use hand dryers in the bathroom, and then the highest production value is the clips they use in the few minutes with Andy Rooney. So he goes, we all use hand dryers. Cuts to like a video of a guy's hand under a dryer.
Yes.
Necessary?
That's the
I
guy's,
don't think so.
The guy's on B-roll.
My headphones keep going in and out, but it's all right.
How's your battery?
If I meet one more chick that wants to become a veterinarian.
He never said that, did he?
No, that's the other one.
Oh, okay.
That's Carolla.
Oh.
That's sort of.
Oh yeah, yes.
First of all, if you want to be a veterinarian,
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Talk to Adam Carolla as
Todd Glass is with us. The thing about Todd that always got me is he's one of those yellow shirt guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Who did you want me to talk to, Mass?
Colin Quinn.
Oh, Quinn.
Talk to Adam Carolla?
Yeah.
You know, who cares?
Colin
Crushed
Quinn.
ice. Cubed ice. I gotta listen to Adam Carolla now. He's gonna go off for an hour and a half.
I always loved Colin Quinn because it was kind of like he just missed it.
Missed what?
He was really big, but kind of at the wrong time.
Oh, this is Adam Carolla.
Yeah,
okay. I'm very confused right now. No, Norm's a good guy. Adam Carolla. Oh, Jesus. I'm very lost right now. I'm not going to lie.
It's okay. You know what?
Just shut up?
No, we get confused all the time. We did Death. Once you do Death, not Family Guy, it's like everybody knows you as Death. You can be anything. You could build your life as like a heart surgeon, work on that for a while.
Oh my God! I just put that. Didn't Adam Carolla take over for you as Death on Family Guy?
Yeah, Norm did it first, and then think of it doing.
That's right. I just realized that.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over if we never got a chance.
As the old refrain goes, people who need people are the luckiest people in the world. And then there's Andy Rooney.
I'd like to take a moment to talk to you about people. People are everywhere nowadays. It seems like you can't go anywhere without bumping into some people. People follow you when you're shopping, they ask you for directions, and sometimes they ask you what time it is. People never know what time it is. They have to ask you. There are over 4 billion people in the world. That's a lot of people. And I suppose most people like each other all right, but I don't. I don't like people, and I never have. I guess that makes me bad. Advertisers are always using people to help sell their products. Here's something called cornflakes. It's got a picture of some people on the box. I guess we're supposed to think, well, these people like cornflakes. I guess I will too. But I don't think that. I don't like people, and I don't like pictures of people either. There's even a magazine now about people. It's called People Magazine. This issue has a picture of some fellow's head on it. Bet that's a good article. Here's a box of letters from different people. Seems there's nothing people enjoy more than writing me letters. Here's one from Washington. This one's from Ohio. Here's one from North Dakota. This one's from Paris, Texas. Now, I don't know where Paris, Texas is, but I do know this. I'm getting pretty tired of cities in Texas naming themselves after cities in France. Here's one from Chicago. This one's from Iowa. Here's one from Iowa, too. This one's from Montana. Here's one from some place called Kansas City. Here's one from Wisconsin. This one's from Arizona. Here's one from Las Vegas. Here's one from Virginia. Oh, and here's another one from West Virginia. This one's from Indiana. I don't know where this one's from, but it's yellow and it has a big stamp on it. This one's from Colorado. Here's one from Michigan. I receive about 100 of these letters every single day. I never open them. I don't like opening them. I set fire to them. Then I pour water on the box of burning letters to put out the fire. Then I take the whole mess and I dump it out my window on the people below. People don't like that much, but I like doing it to them. I suppose that makes me bad.
So, Jenny, what month was your issue?
Quoting Churchill.
May of 08. Who was on the cover? Do you remember?
It was a Russian girl. And my nickname's Genocide, so I think that was kind of funny.
What?
What? What do you mean?
Is Genocide giving her comedy fucking advice?
Why is that?
It's funny because there was a genocide.
In Russia?
Only about 70 years ago.
Against the Russian people.
Who's still in? But me. That's not
You
it.
first.
Huh?
Check it back. No, it was
Oh,
it wasn't a complete genocide.
What do you mean?
No, it was.
Well, Stalin was a mass. Stalin was a mass murderer.
Only Jewish people seem to get really offended by my nickname.
There are fives in a case.
Dave's getting more.
Right,
Well,
because they're the only ones that live.
well, the only
through
true
a
genocide was the. Well, I don't
Sam,
want to say.
another
What about
one
the
this way,
American
Sam.
Indians? That was a true genocide.
Wow. What?
The American Indians was a true genocide.
No, that was for land.
No, that was justified.
That was for land. We were taking their property.
No,
It doesn't matter. What does it matter what the motive
No,
is?
the genocide.
Yeah, the motive
against
is
the
to
Indians
just
was
hatred of a race to exterminate them
It was
without a
just- it was
political or economic
justifiable
agenda.
What we did with the Indians.
Well, it's not
No,
justifiable.
well, who's saying it's justified?
I said it's well. Let's
You got to bury them.
I'm just wondering how it's
Just
justified.
one counterpoint.
You've never
I'm trying to
heard,
take another
you've never heard the legal term justifiable genocide? Hitler was out of his mind at the time. Clearly insane.
I'm trying to take another opinion so we can have some friction here. It's a television show, honey. I can't agree with
This
everything
guy
you
fancies
say.
himself a modern day Bill Maher.
Thank you for the dumb opinion.
Some days we get closer. Things that we never really needed. Promises that we never thought of keeping safe. I guess it's never over. If we never got a chance.
And, you know, with Hitler, the more I learn about that guy, the more I don't care for him. I can't. And there's nothing redeeming about the guy. I tell the guys, I go, how on earth could these Germans follow this lunatic, you know? And they're like, oh, he was an incredible public speaker, you know? He could hypnotize you with his public speaking. And then I see him, he's like, strangely, correctly, strangely. I go, what? That's not my idea of a silver-tongued devil, you know? Why did Mike Tyson break up with his girlfriend?
Which one?
At first, he thought she was irresistible. But then they started having irreconcilable differences.
That's just whack.
It's about your ear, man. What are you whispering about? We gotta go?
20 seconds till we're off.
20 seconds, man, to read that joke.
How many people have to die before we finally do something about dropping pianos?
It was good to see those workaholic guys because I personally am a workaholic. For many years, I was helplessly addicted to workahol. So, but one big news story: Twister is the big what do you call it? Movie, yeah. Twister's the big movie, and I got some news. Apparently now they're thinking about Oscars for the movie.
Yeah.
They're thinking of Best Actor for The Wind. Here's an interesting thing. Do you ever notice this?
Yeah.
Penny Youngman
Yeah.
is an old man.
Yeah.
But Gary Oldman is a young man. What about Paul Newman is an old man?
You got another one?
about Gary Mann is a guy who works over at Comedy Central?
Is that what happened?
I don't know. I'll tell you this about Johnny Depp. He's taken this sexiest man alive thing and he's using it to his benefit, as all good people in show business should. The new movie he's doing, Pirates of the Caribbean 3, he'll be doing full frontal nudity to...
Is that true?
Yeah, it's rated R!
Oh my God! What the hell was that?
The Winona Ryder is in trouble. She took the stand today, and now the stand is missing.
Who's your hero? Who's my hero? I don't really have a hero per se.
Don't have one, huh?
Well, I'm just not a person I hold up as like, wow, that's my hero.
No, never had a hero.
Well, no, I mean, comedy-wise, I would say like the Marx Brothers or Monty Python. Those guys.
Those guys are Dabney Coleman?
Dabney Coleman's
all good choices.
But
I like the troops. I was going to say that the Polish government did actually try to land on the sun back in the...
No, they didn't.
Yes, and they were ridiculed for it because they said you'll burn up when you come anywhere near. They said we're going at night.
Who?
Now,
causes diabetes.
Well, that's terrible. And they amputate your leg.
Not always. Sometimes you go blind.
Sometimes you go blind. Yeah. Sometimes both. And then you can't. At least you can't see that you only have one leg.
You know what I like about this show? It's not afraid to take on the issue.
Yeah. I was in Cambodia once. I ate a brain. It was brain.
Really?
Yeah, mine was stupid. Now, what about this joke here?
It's kind of a weird feeling watching the Flintstones lately.
Yeah, it's weird watching Flintstones.
Sure, yeah.
How so?
With their Stone Age drive-in movies and their caveman bowling, it just seems so dated.
It does in a way.
Because of droughts all over Europe, scientists are predicting a global shortage of olive oil. Soon the world will know how Popeye felt after the death of his wife.
Olive oil. Remember how fucking skinny and ugly she is, and they'd always want to fuck her? This would be a good joke for this. You could do the music after this joke. A man in France tried to rob a bank using underwear as a mask. The cops put him in jail right after a quick debriefing.
The man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger. Sadly, the man behind the voice of Tony the Tiger died at 64. His last words, "I don't feel great." I gave it something.
Yeah. A Florida man was arrested for stealing a truck filled with $75,000 worth of Campbell's soup. I, for one, hope this guy goes away for good.
Wow, there you go. I think there's nothing cooler than being a lone wolf, except at wolf picnics when you don't have a partner for the wolf wheelbarrow races.
There you go.
The Al-Qaeda online magazine Inspire has a recipe for a homemade bomb. They also have a recipe for a pretty darn good peach cobbler.
So they're not all bad, you know?
In my opinion, if we're going to fight the war on terror, a good place to start would be our country's haunted houses. Tim Tebow's time in New York wasn't a total loss. He had a monument built to him in Central Park, a bench.
This, to me, is the quintessential Kevin Nealon joke. To me.
Oh, I'd like to see what you think is my quintessentialness. Catherine Zeta-Jones has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. Half the time she's Zeta, the other half she's Jones.
Accomplished comedian Sinbad has announced he's filing for bankruptcy for the second time.
The second time.
Oh, God, it's so retarded. Sounds like things have gone from Sinbad to sin worse.
I read a story, a 17-year-old kid who stole a plane, crashed it, and survived. Why don't we make the whole plane out of that kid? That seems logical, right?
It makes sense, right? There you go. I don't know if this counts as an NCAA Cinderella story, but one of the Marquette players said he had help making his uniform from a bunch of singing mice and birds.
I signed up for my company's 401k, but I don't think I can run that far.
It is a long way. You ever hear of steampunk?
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Well, there's a joke for you.
I wouldn't call myself a fan of steampunk, but I will say it's the healthiest way to prepare punk.
If tampons are called sanitary napkins, how unsanitary must regular napkins be?
Can you see like George Carlin doing that or something?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a true story, actually. I once missed a day of cosmetology school, and later I had to make a makeup class. Wow. Ariel Castro, the Cleveland kidnapper and rapist, must have had a very difficult upbringing. His last name's the same as a ruthless dictator, and his first name's the same as an adorable little red-haired mermaid.
Mermaid?
Recent studies show fish can communicate with each other using subtle physical gestures. One of their most common messages, let's leave this party early.
What about this? 42-year-old Richard Swanson set out to dribble a soccer ball from Seattle to Brazil, but got hit by a car in Oregon and died. Well, at least he got to die loving what he do. At least he got to die doing what he loved, Nick. Dribbling a soccer ball in traffic. No, that's not nice. That's a good one.
I think my doctor might be retarded.
Why?
His name is Dr. Retardo.
Oh.
It's a good chance.
A Westchester parking enforcement officer stole $89,000 in quarters. How much laundry does this guy need to do?
Police in Tennessee arrested a teenage girl when they found a loaded handgun in her vagina. When questioned, her boyfriend said, I guess that explains why my cock... I can't say that word. I guess that explains why my cock kept getting blown off. I don't get it. No, a tractor trailer flipped over, releasing millions of bees, which stung the driver hundreds of times. Speaking from the hospital, the driver said, no flowers?
Hey, how about this one?
Yeah, okay.
This is a terrible story. The Nigerian
kidnapping victim in Nigeria are being forced to marry their captors. I'm glad to hear these kidnappers are old-fashioned.
In a way.
Yes, yes.
In a way. I mean, they're getting married.
I had an uncle, mean guy. He was a prize fighter. He once broke both his hands in a fight against a washer-dryer that he got on The Price is Right.
What? Why The Price is Right?
He was a prize fighter and he won it on The Price is Right. He won the prize.
A prize fighter.
Yeah, and he won the prize, and then he had a fight against it, which was washer-dryer.
God damn. Hey, by the way, I've noticed the term adult toy always refers to something you can shove up your asshole, and never like a big race car, like for a grown-up.
Another good observation.
Yeah.
Playboy magazine has done away with the nude photo layouts altogether. In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether altogether.
Oh man.
That's a sort of radio DJ joke, I feel.
The way you
we have to
your
deliver
voice,
with that,
yeah,
right?
delivered it.
In other words, they've eliminated ladies in the altogether altogether. Here's Taylor Swift.
It's a joke, an Adam Egget joke.
How do you say the name?
Adam Egget.
Egget. Spelt differently.
Like the bird.
That's Egret. Do you know what Adam Egert has in common with a guitar player?
Adam Egget has in common with a guitar player. No, I don't know.
They both love fingering minors.
Now, okay, come on now. Come on now. Come on now.
Well, it is finally official. Murder is legal in the state of California. A down-and-out O.J. Simpson, depressed that all of his money-making ideas have failed, has decided to go back to doing what he does best, killing people. And there's Charles Woodson. How about that? What a season he had. Great, Manny. He became the first defensive player to win the Heisman Trophy. And congratulations, Charles. That is something that no one can ever take away from you. Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case... all bets are off. Just a word of advice. A new book claims that Madonna once smeared peanut butter all over John F. Kennedy Jr.'s body and then licked it off. Which just goes to show you, Madonna's a whore. And finally, Weekend Update would like to congratulate Madonna, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl last Monday. The baby weighed in at 6 pounds, 9 ounces, making it the 4th largest object ever to pass through Madonna's birth canal. This week, in a secret ceremony in Australia, Michael Jackson was married for the 2nd time. Asked what makes his new bride special, the King of Pop said, quote, "She has taught me about the power of imagination, like imagining that a grown woman is a 10-year-old boy." You know he's a homosexual pedophile, right? You understand? Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th, and it's going to be named Michael Jackson Jr. Michael plans to be with the mother during the delivery, in his words, to make up for not being there for the Sources report that Michael Jackson's baby is due February 27th. It's conception. The last word was conception, so... Michael Jackson?
Yeah? Did you mean to say Michael Jordan there, or do you want to say Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson. He said, I heard a quote where he said, I don't care if my child is a boy or a girl, as long as it's a boy. He's going to name it. He said he doesn't know what he's going to name it. He said he thinks if it's a girl, he's going to name it Sharon.
Really?
Yeah. And if it's a boy, he's going to have sex with it. That's what he said. Safer drivers, men or women? Well, according to a new survey, 55% of adults feel that women are most responsible for minor fender benders, while 78% blame men for most fatal crashes. Please note that the percentage in these pie graphs do not add up to 100% because the math was done by a woman. For those of you hissing at that joke, it should be noted that that joke was written by a woman. So now you don't know what the hell to do. No, I'm just kidding. We don't hire women.
I came in and he was supposed to be the my guide through SNL, and it turned out that he is a shit stirrer.
I'm not going to guide any lady through comedy. That would take me, first of all, I'd have to figure out how a lady could do comedy. And then I'd have to... People often say to me, you know who the real heroes are? I go, are they the real heroes? They go, no. I go, oh, they're the teachers. It's counterintuitive that it doesn't seem like a heroic job, but yes. First of all, if you're a teacher, you get the same fucking vacations as a child. Like 4 months a year off. My vacation? I get almost no time off. We're 48 weeks a year. Like 4 weeks a year I get off. What about you? You're not one of those fucking teachers, right? You seem like a teacher. Now, are you a teacher? What do you teach? What grade? High school. What grade? What grade? No, but what grade? Not so easy when it's the other way around. It's always easy to ask the questions. The real heroes are the fucking students. actually have to answer the question. Now, what grade do you teach? 9 through 12. So you need a grade 13 education. You're the real hero. No, you're the real hero. No, I'm just kidding. You're the real hero. Our husband said, "You're not the real hero. Shut the fuck up."
Do you have a hero? Norman Fowler from Three's Company.
That's your hero?
Yeah. Mr. Roper. Yeah.
No, Mr. Roper?
Yeah.
That's not a good hero.
That's all I got.
Better than this guy's hero is some gay porn actor. Anyway.
What are you talking about? What?
Insane. No.
What are you saying?
Let me tell you something about gay porn.
What's
Seriously.
It's fine.
That was a long one. Okay. No, I'll tell you something about gay porn. Seriously.
Okay.
That doesn't mean a guy's gay. I'm not saying that. Because a guy watches gay porn all the time.
Cut to a single. Just of Norm, really?
Gay porn. I enjoy gay porn. I'm not gay. Gay porn is a genre that just cuts across all demographics. You know? Young people, old people, straight people, the gay people enjoy it. Everybody likes gay porn. But this guy really likes it. No, I don't know.
I thought I heard patriotic music playing behind that speech.
No, that's not what I meant to say. I meant to talk about Bob Dole. This guy's my hero.
First ruined my reputation, you know.
I'll
Just
tell you
in
something.
passing.
This guy is not gay. If anybody's not gay, it's this guy.
Oh, I'm so...
Seriously.
I am so totally straight. Oh, yeah.
No, you are.
I love the ladies.
No, he does. No, he likes girls. He likes... Last week at a dramatic press conference about the crash of TWA Flight 800, ABC News correspondent Pierre Salinger displayed a document which he believes is proof that the jet was shot down by a U.S. Navy missile. Later, he proudly showed reporters his solid gold Rolex that he bought on the street for just $15. That's one ugly bastard, isn't it? Here we see the president and the first bitch. Gosh, Hillary looks pretty in this photo here, doesn't she? Never realized she was such a looker till I see her here in this picture. But you see, the only way Bill Clinton, or Bob Dole can win, really, is if Bill Clinton is rocked with more scandals. You know, there's every day a new scandal comes up, you know. I heard this one today, terrible scandal, apparently. Way back when he was governor of Arkansas, Bill Clinton, apparently, he got really drunk one night, and he had sex with Hillary.
Wow.
That's no good.
That's a shocking thing.
Yeah. And how long have you been married?
7 months.
7 months, which is a record.
No, this is the first. I've been married, Larry, but I've never been married.
Married.
This is married.
Married like...
She's my friend, like I love her.
I see. That's what Clinton says about his wife, isn't it? In Whitewater News, federal regulators quizzed Hillary Clinton at the White House this week and gave her a perfect score on the lying section. She's a dirty liar.
You know, of course, they say the White House is haunted. Did you know that? And I thought this was kind of sad. I heard last night that President Clinton charged Abraham Lincoln's ghost $10,000 to sleep in his own bed. So that doesn't seem right to me, you know? I mean... But look, the president, you know, has come under a lot of fire for raising money, but you know, he's good at raising money. That's not a bad thing. Every president's done it. It's just that President Clinton is very, very, very good at it. Do you know he has organized in the past year over 100 fundraising dinners and over 200 fundraising midnight snacks? Did you know that? Is he laughing? Is he? Is he?
Okay, Norm, you're Canadian.
Yes, I am.
So what do you think of this whole presidential mess?
Well, I hope that the Democrats don't steal the election from the winner, you know, but who knows?
You like George Bush, don't you?
I love George Bush, man. He's a good man, decent, you know, none of this. He's, you know, he's not a liar, a crook, murderer, or anything like that, so it'd be good to get the... See, I think we should get the homicide out of the White House and get like a fresh start, because we don't want any more murderers.
I think we should just go on to the next question.
Oh.
Who are the murderers? Yeah.
Oh, Clinton, he murdered a guy.
Yeah, you know, we're not allowed to, you're not allowed to put out no accusations without
That's a little
Charlie.
too far.
That's the way it does work.
Let's just go on to the next question.
Yeah.
This is not my week. What can I tell you?
Oh, it's not mine either, and I'm being very nice, okay? Be a good boy. Now, Norm.
Do you never hear that?
No. Listen,
No,
we don't need
I
to
don't want
talk
to get
about
into
that.
this, and I don't want to hear it, and this is not the place to make those accusations, and you're supposed to be funny. Let's get on to the next question. So get with it.
There you go.
This is a live show.
Not for nothing, Norm, but you have been properly chastised by Barbara, so I'm now going to ask the next question.
I thought it was a matter of record.
Shut up! Shut up! Look,
Okay.
let me do this, okay?
I'll tell you what's a matter of record. You will not be invited back if you don't shut up. All right, now. Let's talk football.
All right, manslaughter.
Let's talk football.
Norm.
The people here asked me to do the show, you know, I gotta say, I felt kind of weird, you know. I don't know if you remember this, but I used to actually be on this show, you know. I used to do the weekend update news routine, you remember that? And, yeah. That's where I did the make-believe news jokes, you know. That was me, right? So then, a year and a half ago, right, I had a sort of a disagreement with the management at the NBC. I wanted to keep my job, right? And they felt the exact opposite. So you see, they fired me because they said that I wasn't funny, you know? Now with most jobs, I could have had a hell of a lawsuit on my hands for that, but see, this is a comedy show. So they got me, you know what? But now, this is the weird part, right? It's only a year and a half later, and now they asked me to host the show. So I wondered, I go, hey, wait a second here. Hey! I go, how did I go in a year and a half from being not funny enough to be even allowed in the building to being so funny that I'm now hosting the show? How did I suddenly get so goddamn funny? It was inexplicable to me, because a year and a half, let's face it, is not enough time for a dude to learn how to be funny. Then it occurred to me, I haven't gotten funnier. The show has gotten really bad. So yeah, I'm funny compared to, you know, well, you'll see later. Okay, so let's recap. The bad news is, I'm still not funny. The good news is, the show blows. All right, folks, we got a bad show for you tonight. Dr. Dre, Snoop Doggy Dogg, and Eminem are here. We'll be right back.
Hey, how about this? The Dalai Lama said that killing in the name of religion is unthinkable. Hey, thanks, Dalai Lama. I'm sure everybody will fucking listen to you. No one listens to the Dalai Lama.
No one. He doesn't have a wide
like the
reach.
head of another church is going
Right.
to listen to the Dalai Lama. Oh, whatever. Everybody's good. I remember one time there was a news story that the Queen of England had to take a pay cut. And by God, my grandmother, what'll Lizzie do? You know? What explains that? What explains that?
Well, I suppose a royal has been designated as God's anointed representative on earth, much the same as a pope. So you place their well-being and their safety and their significance above your own. I mean, in a way, it's a useful metaphor, innit? Because otherwise you're taking your own life seriously, your own frailties, your own flaws, getting stuck in traffic and irritated. If you can just focus on the majesty of the Queen, the splendour, the pageantry, rolling down a red carpet and whatnot, it makes you feel like, oh, at least that's all okay. So the idea of that being attacked is almost like God's potency has somehow been diminished.
And what do you make of the people that are in this position, the Pope or the Queen or the Dalai Lama? Do they believe it?
Well, I met that
Or are
Dalai
they
Lama.
willing to go along with
I
it?
like him.
The Dalai Lama?
I'm around with, but I met that Dalai Lama. Now, I think for all people in positions of authority and power, the true power is to serve. True authority is to serve. True leadership is to serve. So people that are in positions of privilege and then don't serve, I think that's corruption. So I'm not really down with the Pope or the Queen or any of them. Dalai Lama.
But the Dalai Lama was born the Dalai Lama, right?
Yes, he was. Because
Explain to the folks at home how he was chosen.
What happens is, if you, like the Dalai Lama, one dies, you've got a Dalai Lama, he dies, you've broken one, now you've got to get another one. So the most prominent monks of the Tibetan Buddhist community all come together, meditate by a sacred lake and do some ritualistic burnings, and they are led by smoke and by dreams to where the new Dalai Lama will reincarnate. They go to the village and they talk to all the boys that have been born that are aged between 0 and 2. They take with them artifacts that belonged to the previous Dalai Lama. In the case of the current Dalai Lama, they took a walking stick and I think some kind of shirt or something, and apparently the new Dalai Lama Plus, this time it's personal, see that walking stick and say, I'll have that. Like, he was on it like a bonnet. Bang, give us that, that's mine. Like, and they went, oh, here he is, Dalai Lama's back. So then they take him off, they inculcate him in the ways of Buddhism and that. And
now, yet, if I said that in a child abduction hearing... So did the Dalai Lama have something about him that was otherworldly or supernatural?
he had an ethereal glow, I'll tell you that much, Norm. He was glowing right at me. So, like, when I met him, I thought, yeah, you could tell. He sort of, first as I see him,
glow a little.
Well, that's because I'm working on my messianic undercurrent.
Pick one of your favorite deadly sins.
Well,
gluttony.
I remember one time a preacher that I used to know when I was a young boy. And he said, he was driving his bicycle, you know, here and there and here again. I was driving his bicycle. So,
what's going on?
I was going to tell you a story.
I know, but
it has to do with this.
Okay.
And he's a good man, pious man. And one day, his bicycle went missing. So my daddy said to him, Bert, that was his name, but we weren't Catholic, you know, he just called the preacher by his first name. Bert, I think I know how to find out who stole your bicycle. How would I do it? When you're talking, when you're doing your sermon next week, you just go through the 10 Commandments. You just go through the 10 Commandments from 1 to 10. And when you hit number 8, thou shalt not steal, you look at the congregation and you'll see somebody, see doing this here, you know, fiddling with his glasses. That's your thief. I'll do it, Bert says. So my daddy told me that story, and I was really hankering to see that speech that Bert was going to say that day. So he goes through the 10 Commandments. Starts from 1 right down to 10. Now he gets to 8 and speeds right through it. Speeds right through 8. My daddy said, "What the hell?" So afterwards, you get outside. Bert, what in earth happened? Number 8 was the one you were supposed to go, why'd you speed through it? Bert says, well, I'll tell you why. When I came to number 7 in the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not commit adultery. By golly, I remember where I put my bike. He was fucking Widow McClanahan.
Then it's not adultery. She's a widow.
No, but he's a man of the cloth.
Oh, he's a Catholic. He's a priest.
No, he's a reverend, but we have our,
So that's how we got there from the 7 deadly sins. Okay.
Yeah.
And come to think of it, I got addicted to you. Oh, no, no, no. And come to think of it, I need somebody like you. Oh, no, no, no. I need someone like you.
So that's where I would inform myself. I would take, I was trying to take you, I would take lust.
Yeah.
Because that's what I have most for. Lust for power. Lust for money, lust for your glasses.
Nice.
Lust for your hat. Would you ever do that? Just take in the back of your mind and just talk a regular conversation, but in the back of your mind you're coveting something.
It gives you an intention.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I've ever used covet, but it gives you an intention to play.
Yeah.
Because in improvisation, you're always, you don't have a script.
No.
And all you have to do is listen to what the other person said, but it gives you a point of view. So it helps drive the scene forward. It's like having a secret.
Would you suggest this for any actor, improvisational classes?
Sure. Yeah.
I think it's wonderful.
Good stage muscle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did stand-up, and it's kind of the opposite. It's I mean, you're talking to the audience. You don't have anybody to talk to. You kind of have the audience. You're just keeping them at bay. You know what I mean?
You don't feel like you're in communion with the audience when you're doing stand-up?
Well, now I do because I just speak to the audience. But before that, no. It's I mean, if you do a Second City show and 3 minutes, 4 minutes go by without a laugh, that's okay. On stage doing stand-up, that ain't okay.
Not okay, unless you're telling a really interesting story.
Yeah.
Or a nice joke about a preacher.
God damn, who doesn't like them preachers?